Hello, my name is Tijanni Babangida, MON, President of the Nigerian Players Union, PIFA. Well, you see, when I come on board, I come with a lot of hope, and being my present in the system, I believe that things will change, because we find out that coming from Europe, I come up from also the same program of Players Union, and I know how it goes, how everything is. So by coming in with all my stature, with the respect, I believe that the system will definitely carry us along. But I find out that in these 2 years or 3 years that I'm now in this system, I find out that all I achieved is only bringing two unions together. I try to see if we can be able to make it roll, but unfortunately the system didn't allow us. We can't do anything. There's nothing we can do. What you call our system is normally as players union you will be independent. You're independent, and then but you work. If you're independent, you work with players, which of course those players have to come direct from the league. So you have to work with the league, and of course with the NFF, even though you are independent. Why? Because the NFF, they are the body, they are the master of all. They are the one that bring the committee. They make a committee, like ethic committee, where they make it with mouth, which I'm one of the members at the time, where we can be able to take all the complaints from players. If a player is old, if a player is sacked with a contract, all these things. When we get this report, what we can do easily, we can be able to call the club and find out the real problem if the club will listen to. But because the club, the system is not even going, the club are not even recognizing anything. They won't even listen to you. So if they don't listen to you, take this case to this ethic committee with the NFF and then you can be able to bring it and then sit on that issue. And that is when a decision will come out. Then NFF will take, when the decision is taken, we will bring that report to NFF, while NFF will bring it to the league. The league, listen, so club has all these guys, pay their money, or stop them from the league, or take their 3 point, or something like that. Before you know anything, now club will sit up. You can't just come and cancel a player contract when you sign him for 2 years, and in 1 month you don't pay him. A player will get injured, immediately we stop paying him. You understand what I mean? And people are saying, where are the players? They are doing nothing. They are even fighting to be in the politics. Is that their job, being in the politics? Of course not. We play many times with Nandi in Ghana. We beat them. There's a time I scored them even 2 goals in this kind of a competition. Going to the World Cup 2002 in Port Harcourt. We beat them 3. I scored 2. So they come on all these things. But why then is okay and why now not? So there's a lot of questions to be answered. It's confused, because if you make it to the right direction, things will come right to you. I can give you examples. If you have to see the project of Senegal, go and see the project of Senegal. They started this project like 5 years ago, where they come up with their national team coach. They have a goal to achieve within 5 and 10 years. So they have given him the time. And where they put him to go into more trainings and having good officials around him, assistants around him. That's what we're supposed to do. Try to come and fight in the national team, in the youth. From the youth, we come up with one same system if it's possible. And then we have our coach. We have vibrant coach. Even my friend Sondo Lisa is one of the best coaches at that time that comes to Nigeria. Everybody can testify. But having issue here and there and problem, and he cannot even bring out what he supposed he can bring. You see, there's a lot of them. CSI is doing well as well. So these people, they need more. If they can concentrate and they need more support, where you can be able to send them to a system where you want the system. This is where you see I'm talking to you about. If today Nigeria will come, we have our own system. Everybody know Nigeria. We are always playing positive football. Positively is always playing. You can see Nigeria because we have the quality. So go and find positive countries where they play football, like Holland, like Spain. All these ones you can be able to bring in their master plan and try to bring your coaches to go in there and then bring the system back to you. And they started it from the under 17, under 20, under 20, under Olympic team, the Super Eagles, almost playing the same thing. Because if you bring a player now from the Olympic team, can easily play in the Super Eagles. So bring a player that you think is so good in the under 20 and you want to encourage the younger player, you can bring a player from the under 20 to Super Eagles and he can be in that midfield and play because he's playing the same system. But if this coach is playing this system, the other one different system, you bring them and the Super Eagles, you can't train players in the Super Eagles because they only come for 2 or 3 days and they go. So where you can train your team is down. You can train the team from there, so when they are coming from stage by stage, they already know the system. And you can be able to make it. And that's what Senegal did. And that was Cameroon are doing. So you can see they have, like Eto is an ex-player. He knows how, he goes on with it. And he gave this coach all the opportunity and chance. From the beginning, it was shambles. But at the end, you see how they fight to even qualify to the World Cup. So everything is just confidence and put them into the right way, right direction to happen. And Nigeria, we can have our own local coach and then concentrate. You can have a local coach and then bring an experienced white coach to assist him. That's what other countries are doing. You see, if the politics changes and the players find their way, we can be able to tell players a lot of positions is not only coaching, because you can have 200 players or 1,000 players coming out from retirement. They came out from retirement, and you find out that you have only 200 clubs. Where can they all go into coaching? You find out that few are coaching, few are in academies, and then they were there. But there are a lot of things they can be able to do, which the union can be able to help them with programs, because you are going to collaborate with outside, maybe in Holland, maybe in Belgium, maybe in Spain. What they do to their older players in England. What they do to their older players. Are they their older players that are being shown in TV every day analyzing matches? These are things that you can be able to take some top players and put them in Europe for them to go and learn all these things, commentaries. There are a lot of things that you can be able to show them, but the system is not taking. Let me tell you one thing, the politicians, football politicians, they think that the players want to take their job. It's not true. Help the players, they are not coming for your job. It's a player now that you heard that is going to be broadcasting on TV, is going to take your job. Now you find out, you can see always maybe one person that didn't play football will be one of the presenter, and then all the others, 4 or 5 of them, will be players that played. Those are jobs. Are they coaching? No, they are not. So you have a lot of way. Even this issue, let me tell you, one day I discussed this issue even with Penny. He was even the guy who even promised me that, listen, I will even take some guys, some ex-players, to send them for this course, so that we will talk with DSCB, we talk with NTA and other Nigerian channels. They will be working there. They will be relevant. People will see them. So tell me now, when you engage these people, how can these people come and fight you? It's not possible. But if you take 5 of them in 1,000 and the remaining are there, what do you think they will do? They will come back and start looking to a job. So now being ex-player coming in to take a job of NFL president, it's not something that we will say now, but anytime it can happen. Look at what is happening today. Even we have a player, Peter Said-Ida, that is one of the players that is even contesting for the presidency. But it never happened in the history of Nigerian football to get this kind of aspirants, about 11 of them going for one job. It never happened. So why? Anyway, that's the case. My dream is to see that Nigerian players that are coming, that are retiring, they should finish up with a good pension plan, a good health insurance plan. There should be somebody who can prepare their head when they are coming out into retirement, into a normal person. You can never see a Nigerian player walking around in the street like a madman. You can never see a Nigerian player to be like a beggar or a nuisance to anybody. A Nigerian player will come out and you can see him after every 2, 3, 5 years changing his cars that he's moving on with and maybe taking another job, which is very difficult. But it's a task ahead that I assure Nigerians that whenever we get the opportunity, all people are saying our players union is players union with a mouth, not the real players union. The real players union, they know how they can let the players union work. Different from theirs. They will be doing theirs and players union are doing theirs, but they will work together and hand in hand. And that's all. That is what I want them to remember me, that during Tijanni Babangida, when he became the Nigerian Players Union, the unions have been scattered. He bring the union as one. The players are scattered. He come and work for the players, and the players are happy, and clubs are not holding their money. Clubs are not terminating their money. Players are getting their own contracts in their hand. We will be getting our own copy of contract in our hand, and maybe one day it will be that players, Nigerian players, will not be left alone with clubs. There will be an agent or a lawyer that will be in between to talk to on behalf of the player. Let's do the right thing so that we can be a real professional country, a real professional clubs and players.